Welcome to my creative time with Emma, and also welcome to our very first day of more sneak peeks of my stamps. As you all know, I released them all last Friday, and the reason for that is because I wanted to switch it up for this time around. I wanted to make it whereas when we do the blog hop this week, you could go ahead and link up any projects. So say, for example, for those of you who already start receiving your stamps, you will have 2 weeks to link up a project. We're going to have a huge link up party just for this new release only, okay? Now, I have a huge surprise for one lucky winner that random.org will be choosing for this, okay? So don't feel like you need to go buy the entire set to try and participate. This is the only time I'm asking that you do use these new stamp sets. So whoever orders them, and if you get them in time, which you will, you'll have 2 weeks to go ahead and hook up to link up your project this Friday on my blog. So after you hop along, go ahead and link up your projects. That would be awesome. I'm dying to see what everybody does with these. Okay, so a little story behind this release, okay? I have all of my friends are super talented, okay? This is one friend in particular who doesn't blog. She basically just doodles, to be honest with you. She's been coming to my scrapbook classes she's probably, along with another one, has been a perfect attendance, who's been coming to my scrapbook classes that I have at my home every other month, okay, for the last 5 years. I always watched her doodle, and she would just totally just draw something out of the blue on napkins, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she is so super talented. So I had that always in the back of my mind, and then when I started designing my stamps, I knew I wanted her to be a part of it. So I asked her, I told her what I was looking for, and she came up with it perfectly. So her images, all of these images she drew, so every image on this entire stamp release are hand-drawn, okay? And I went ahead and paired it up with the sentiments, and I thought they came out perfect, okay? So this is the one we are showcasing today, my design team and myself. This one's called Tea Party, and it does have a total of 10 stamps in here. They're pretty good size. Basically, this is the size, okay? And as you can see, I've been playing with them. So today, I'm going to show those of you, we're going to do some paper piecing, okay? So for those of you who are not comfortable with coloring, okay, like myself, I thought it would be a good idea to show all of you how to paper piece your images. So this way you don't have to worry about doing all of that coloring, especially for those of you who don't have like Copic markers, because not everybody has those nowadays because everybody uses their Cricut, and there's no reason for you to have Copic markers or anything of that kind. I am showcasing this, I'm going to be using the Teresa Collins Spring Fling 6x6 pad, and this is basically all you do. You just grab your stamp, okay? And then just grab some ink. I'm just going to go ahead and just use this black ink here, and you can use any color ink you want. But I'm going to use this one because I want it to stand out. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and just stamp directly on here. Just like so. Okay, and then I want to stamp it again, I think. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let me make sure I don't have any loose pages in here that I could use. Let's go ahead and stamp, since this one's cut already, let's stamp it again here, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm only going to ink up the lid because this is the color I want my lid to be. So I'm just going to ink up the lid like so. And then just stamp right here at the bottom because you don't want to waste any of your paper. Just like so, okay? So now that that part is all stamped up there, let me grab some scissors. Okay, so what you want to do is just go ahead and just go ahead and just cut that little piece, and let me find, I should have cut out where I should have cut, here it goes. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just cut out this portion here. Okay, and then that's basically what you do. Just go ahead and just cut them out on a few pieces of pattern paper, whatever pattern paper you want to use. And then you just go ahead and just take your scissors and very carefully, the way I've learned how to cut is not to move your scissors around, just move the paper. Then this way, so you just see how I'm not moving my scissors. Just move the paper and that'll give you a perfect cut all the time. Now, a lot of people like to leave some outer edge around. I don't know, I tried it before, but I'm more comfortable. I really like doing it this way instead. I just like it, just my own personal preference. But everybody's different, so everybody has their own personal preference. You might want to do it with the outside around it. So whatever floats your boat, my friends. Okay, so I'm just going to continue. You see how I'm just moving the paper, how it's cutting beautifully? I'm just going to continue cutting this out really quick, and I'll be right back. Okie dokie, I went ahead and just cut that all out completely. You see how perfect it looks? So now if you want, a lot of people leave that in there, but if you want, just grab an Exacto knife. I don't like to leave it in there. Like I said, my own personal breakfast. My own personal preference. Obviously, I have food on the brain here. Okay, and what you want to do is just kind of lightly with your Exacto knife, just lightly go over it a few times. You don't want to go like really hard the first time. Okay, and you see how it's already, right there, it's already opening up. So that's how I do like the insides of the hard little tight spots there, just by using a really good sharp Exacto knife, just to make sure it cuts all the way through for you. Oops, I didn't even have that in the camera. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? So just make sure you don't cut off any of your black ink edges, So anyways, that's what you are going to do with this one here. So as you're cutting with your Exacto knife, it'll eventually just fall off right there. You see? You see how pretty that is? Just like so. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we are going to put the cover on here. So we're going to go ahead and just cut the cover out really quickly, just using the same technique, just by moving the paper only and not your scissors. And I'm going to go ahead and just do this really quickly. Okie dokie. Okay, so here goes the little cover here. Oops. That I went ahead and I cut out right there. So then basically that's all you do. See, now you just kind of have to have a little bit of patience for this. And I think it's very therapeutic, if you ask me, to go ahead and just do something different like that if you don't want to color. And I think it's just an awesome, cute little, and it gives your card a different look, okay? So you're just going to go ahead and just glue that like so, right on there. You see, and you just pour your little cup of tea. Isn't that adorable? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave this as a quick, super short and sweet video. This way you could go look at the rest of my design team's blogs. So go ahead and click on their names above each one of their pictures, because they have totally hooked this stamp set up. I cannot believe what they all do with this stamp set. I think it's very cute. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you one more time. So basically, this is the stamp set again. We have, he has his tea and I have mine. So basically, it's referring to golf. Tea party, high tea, and tea for two. Super simple, cute set. I mean, definitely you need to see what my design team did with this today, because I cannot get over the super duper cute projects they did. So anyways, there again is your paper piecing tutorial for you. And I will have a card on my blog. It may not be at the end of this video. So if you're watching over at YouTube, head on over to my blog at www.creativetimeforme.com. To go ahead and take a look at the project I actually made with this super cute teapot. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you back tomorrow for another, not sneak peek, we're going to look at another brand new stamp set in its entirety again. And we're going to also show you what everybody has done with that amazing set too. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.